Today we are going to explain a Korean action thriller movie called Shark: The Beginning. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The film opens with Han, a man who has recently claimed the title of the youngest MMA world champion. As he heads home, he receives delightful news from his mother. He learns that his long-gone sister is finally returning home as well. Eagerly, he arrives at the house only to find it shrouded in darkness as he does not feel anyone's presence. While reaching for the refrigerator, to his horror, his hand gets covered with blood. His gaze shifts, revealing his sister and mother in critical condition, teetering on the brink of death. Unexpectedly, an assailant lunges at him, wielding a rope with sinister intentions. However, with swift reflexes, he turns the tables and forcefully brings him down. Accompanying this confrontation, two other adversaries engage him with menacing knives. Despite their efforts, they are swiftly vanquished, enduring a brutal defeat. It is clear that whoever those people were, they were also trying to kill Hyun, and he doesn't know why. A couple of years have elapsed, and word has spread like wildfire about the downfall of the once celebrated youngest MMA world champion, who now finds himself sentenced to prison. Meanwhile, within the confines of a busy school, a brilliant and diligent student named Woo immerses himself in preparations for his future studies. Enter Seok, a new transfer student and a formidable boxer, whose arrival is met with warm greetings from all. However, during a break, Seok effortlessly asserts his dominance by triumphing over the reigning ruler of the school, instantly claiming the top spot. Little does anyone know that Seok recognizes Woo, his former victim of merciless bullying during their junior high days. Fueled by his old grudges, Seok mercilessly unleashes his cruelty on Woo, but his actions are met with staunch opposition from Woo's steadfast girlfriend, who refuses to accept such abhorrent behavior. As the torment intensifies, Woo finds himself sinking deeper into a pit of despair. Driven to his limits, he seizes a sharpened pen, which he wields with vengeance, piercing Seok's eyes. The scene shifts dramatically to the courtroom, where the weight of guilt bears down on Woo, and he is ultimately condemned, leading to several years of incarceration. Now condemned to life as a prisoner, Woo embarks on a new chapter. Within the bleak confines of the penitentiary, he unexpectedly finds solace in the form of a kindred spirit, forging a deep bond of friendship. Together, they join a peaceful yet resolute gang, driven by their unwavering desire for harmony amidst the chaos. It is within these fortified prison walls that Woo receives vital information regarding three menacing figures he must steer clear of for his safety and survival. These three include two influential figures. One is a formidable and strong man, while the other is a nimble, diminutive leader, both reigning over their respective gangs. Among the inmates resides the third one, Hyun, the once revered MMA champion, now stripped of his freedom. One fateful day, a spirited game of football ensues among the prisoners, and two additional players are urgently required. Forced into participation, Woo and his steadfast friend reluctantly join the match. As the game progresses, Woo's lackluster performance prompts scathing reprimands from his fellow inmates. Struggling to connect with the ball, his attempt leads to an unintended mishap. He strikes the wrong target, triggering an eruption of fury from the imposing giant. With an intimidating aura, the enraged man seizes Woo, forcibly dragging him away. It is during this riotous encounter that fate intervenes. Hyun, the seemingly indifferent champion, happens to be present upon the scene. Desperate and filled with hope, Woo rushes toward Hyun, pleading with him for assistance. At first, Hyun appears unmoved by Woo's plea, but a flicker of compassion compels him to intercede, engaging the aggressors in an attempt to secure Woo's release. However, defiance courses through the veins of the imposing figure, and without warning, he launches a vicious punch toward Woo. Swift as the wind, Woo effortlessly evades the blow, retaliating with a single thunderous slap that sends the aggressor crashing to the ground. Though Woo manages to taste freedom momentarily, his triumph is short-lived as the lingering threat of the vengeful giant and his menacing gang looms overhead. On that very same day, a visitor arrives, none other than Seok, harboring a malevolent agenda. He brazenly threatens Woo, vowing to patiently await his release, intent on swiftly extinguishing his life when the time comes. Overwhelmed by fear and tears streaming down his face, Woo pleads for forgiveness, but Seok callously dismisses him, leaving him haunted by a constant sense of dread. Determined to find solace amidst the torment, Woo musters the courage to approach Hyun while he exercises. Yearning for guidance, Woo implores Hyun to train him, yet once again, his plea is met with indifference as Hyun continues his rigorous routine. Unyielding in his pursuit, Woo persists the following day, making the same request. This time, annoyance etches upon Hyun's face, prompting him to pause and suggest that Woo abandon his desire for training and instead seek vengeance, urging him to eliminate his enemies. However, Woo's response unveils his genuine yearning for a normal, peaceful existence, free from disturbances and turmoil. Suddenly, Hyun's heart softens and a flicker of sympathy ignites within him. He instructs Woo to return the next day, marking the beginning of his training. However, it comes with a formidable challenge. Woo must prove himself by defeating Hyun in a grueling test that is running 100 rounds. Woo is no match for the skilled champion, succumbing to defeat with great disparity. Nevertheless, undeterred and driven by an unyielding spirit, he pushes himself beyond his limits, persevering through the pain and exhaustion. With each staggering step, he envisions Seok and the imposing figure who haunts his thoughts, fueling his determination. Returning for another day of training, Woo discovers Hyun engaged in a meeting with the prison's authority figure. Recognizing Hyun's exemplary conduct, the head of the prison acknowledges his exceptional behavior and promises him special treatment. This recognition reaffirms Hyun's position and paves the way for a unique bond to form between Woo and the champion as they embark on an arduous journey of growth and self-discovery within the confines of the prison walls. Hyun seizes the opportunity presented by this offer and raises a matter concerning Woo. To their surprise, it is revealed that Woo has been relocated to Hyun's quarters, ensuring a conducive environment for his focused training. Although the gesture is well-intentioned, Woo finds himself thrust into action without a chance to express his gratitude. Immediately, he is commanded to perform push-ups, but even a single one proves elusive. Day by day, Woo dedicates himself to mastering the fundamentals, diligently engaging in push-ups, pull-ups, punches, and kicks, and consuming ample nourishment to sustain his physical development. Weeks pass, and Woo's progress surpasses even Hyun's lofty expectations. Yet Woo's thirst for growth remains insatiable. He continues to train diligently, even finding solace in the company of books that further enrich his knowledge. Witnessing Woo's unwavering dedication, his friend pays tribute to his transformation, yet also delivers disheartening news that Hyun is scheduled to be transferred to another prison. The weight of this revelation bears down on Woo just as he immerses himself in honing his combat skills. However, Hyun poses a pointed question, probing the depths of Woo's reliance on him. It acts as a catalyst, igniting a fire within Woo's soul. Determined to no longer linger in Hyun's shadow, Woo finds renewed motivation. A testament to his newfound courage, Woo's friend falls victim to the bullying tactics employed by the subordinate of the imposing figure. Witnessing the injustice, Woo fearlessly intervenes, skillfully countering their attacks until they retreat in defeat. The following day, Woo receives a summons from the imposing figure. Aware of the gravity of the situation, Woo humbly apologizes for his actions from the previous day, striving to diffuse tensions and find common ground amidst the conflict that has unfolded. Despite his efforts to prevent it, Woo finds himself subjected to further bullying as the relentless big man continues to taunt and physically assault him. However, Woo's honed reflexes enable him to effortlessly dodge the man's punches, swiftly retaliating with a counterattack. The confrontation escalates, and they engage in a fierce battle. Despite the training he has undergone, Woo's strength still falls short, and he endures a series of punishing blows, ultimately being knocked down. Yet fueled by an indomitable spirit, Woo resolutely rises to his feet, driven by an unwavering determination. Summoning his last reserves of strength, Woo relentlessly strikes the big man, his fists landing blow after blow. However, Hyun intervenes, stepping in to halt Woo's assault. Meanwhile, in the heart of the city, Seok finds himself embroiled in a street brawl with a gangster, unleashing his formidable boxing skills to overpower his adversaries single-handedly. His prowess catches the attention of a gang leader who recognizes his potential, extending an invitation to join their ranks and offering him training. Seok seizes the opportunity, embracing his new role as a gang member and working as a bouncer. Within the prison walls, Woo is transformed into a formidable force. His training has progressed to the point where he now engages in intense sparring sessions with his teacher, pushing his limits and refining his combat skills. The daily bouts test his newfound strength and serve as a constant reminder of his arduous journey towards self-improvement. Despite continuous defeat at the hands of Hyun, Woo perseveres in his training, never giving up on his quest for improvement. In a remarkable turn of events, there comes a moment when Woo manages to surpass his teacher and claim victory. Hyun, brimming with pride, realizes that the time has come for him to depart. Their impending separation evokes a profound sense of sadness in both of them as they bid farewell, cherishing the memories they have forged together. In the days that follow, Woo finds it challenging to move past the lingering emotions associated with Hyun's departure. However, life moves forward, and an opportunity arises when the short man seizes upon Hyun's absence to challenge Woo to a fight. Initially reluctant, Wu's hesitation fades as the short man presents an enticing proposition. He vows to obey Wu's every command if he emerges victorious. Wu imposes a condition that should he win, the short man must renounce bullying forever. The date is set, and anticipation fills the air alongside the wagers placed by eager spectators. The awaited day arrives, with everyone eagerly assembled, awaiting Wu's arrival. However, he is conspicuously absent. Unbeknownst to them, Wu has an unexpected visitor. It is Seek, the gang member who has persistently threatened him. Seek reminds Wu of his menacing presence, emphasizing that he eagerly awaits the day when Wu is free from prison. Despite the encounter, Wu musters his courage and makes his way to the fight. With a minimal exchange of words, the confrontation commences. The short unleashes a barrage of swift kicks upon Wu, who struggles to counter the onslaught. Each blow lands with precision, leaving Wu at a disadvantage in the early stages of the battle. In a display of adaptability, Wu switches to his teacher's MMA fighting style, hoping to gain an advantage. However, the short man proves to be equally adept while swiftly countering Wu's moves and shifting the momentum in his favor. Both combatants sustain injuries during the intense fight. Yet, against all odds, Wu manages to execute a tight lock, bringing the fight to an abrupt end as the prison officers intervene, declaring him the victorious fighter. As promised, the gang leaders honor their agreement, treating Wu as a newfound friend and spending quality time together. Eventually, the day arrives for Wu's departure. Before bidding farewell, he visits his training grounds alongside Hyun, cherishing the memories they have shared. Setting off on foot, Wu encounters Seek, patiently waiting for him. Without exchanging a single word, they proceed to a nearby field to engage in one final battle. The clash commences as they trade powerful blows, each drawing upon their past experiences as a gangster and an athlete. Seok proves to be a formidable adversary, knocking Wu down repeatedly. In this critical moment, he recalls the techniques imparted by Hyun, utilizing a strong spine punch to strike Seok's eyes, disrupting his balance and bringing him to the ground. Emerging as the triumphant victor, Wu bids farewell to Seok. Wu then pays a visit to Hyun in prison, who is a teacher now. Filled with pride, Hyun commends his students' growth and accomplishments. They engage in a conversation centered around the metaphor of the shark, an emblem of relentless vigilance and ever-present danger, embodying the lessons learned throughout their intertwined journeys. Subscribe to see more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.